I open the space, I open the space, I open the space. April came and went. May came and went. I think I've arrived at June. So here we are at June. Our beautiful chakra journey. For June, we're going to see what chakras are going to speak to you through June specifically. And we're going to do the entire chakra journey right now as we tune into the energies for June. June. For some, it's summer. For others, it's winter. Depending on, obviously, what hemisphere you're residing in. Okay, to start off our crown. So we do past, present, and future for the crown. So 3 cards. So first of all, we have Adrift in Shallow Water. Take a few deep breaths and reconnect to your inner peace. Notice the small things and appreciate them. And it feels like you're being asked to notice the small things to bring you back to the present. So getting a tiny, there's sand in there, like a tiny grain of sand, the tiny dewdrop is an entire world. And you're being asked to come back to the present because the energies are going to drive us a little bit crazy if you don't pull back in. This is the crown chakra. So the past. So this one is reconnect with, replacing what was lost. I was going to say reconnect with what was lost. Interesting. Replacing what was lost. We now have the opportunity. You now have the opportunity to rejuvenate and start anew. Create with a new perspective or outlook. This card may also indicate abundance is on the horizon. Yay! There's some really powerful astrological lineups in June. There has been for the last few months. So, okay. Adrift in shallow water, it does feel like a let go, and then replacing what was lost, reconnecting with what was lost is coming up here as well. So, and I am getting the sense like it's time to let go. It's time to let go. It's time to let go, let go, let go. There's a lot of letting go of control. There's a lot of surrender, which at the crown chakra is very much that. It's very much the surrender. It's very much the letting go. It's very much birthing a new world, right? We always know we're birthing through when we're birthing through the crown, working with the crown chakra. Change direction with ease. This is a time for change, shape-shifting, or your soul's evolution. And I feel like you're being asked to put a new crown on. You're being asked to put a new structure in place. You're birthing an entirely new reality, and you cannot take the old paradigm into the new. So there's something that's been bugging you, annoying you, agitating you, and it feels like a chore. So you used to do it and you used to love it, but then now it feels like a chore. So what is that? And now's the time to really pay attention to that, because you're being asked to change direction with ease. The crown, you've already been getting signs. You've already been, like your soul's evolution. You've already been getting those ideas, crown chakra ideas. This replacing what was lost, I meant to say, as I said, I accidentally said reconnecting with what was lost. Reconnecting what was lost. Replacing what was lost. Reconnecting with what was lost. And I feel like this is you, again, birthing a whole, it's like you're reconnecting back with you. You're birthing through, like when we're a baby, we birth through the birth canal. The crown chakra is like we're literally coming down. So we're birthing through a new world. Reconnecting with what was lost. Reconnecting back with yourself in an entirely new paradigm. It's like you've really come full circle. And as we know, the starfish grows another leg, right? The starfish grows the leg back. And so it's like you've become whole again, but what was this one again? Change direction. But it's a change in direction, but what's the wording? Like it's making you become more of who you are. Replacing what was lost, reconnecting with what was lost, is you coming back to wholeness in this new direction, like in a more whole perspective, like you've gained more self-love. Like what have you gained? Let's look at not replacing what was lost, is reconnecting back with yourself and you're changing, evolutioning, you're evolving to a new version of yourself that is more whole, that is more complete, that is more, you know, than when you began. And in the past, it's been this adrift in shallow water. It's been this place where you just had to let go. You've had to let go. You've had to surrender. And I want to say you've done that really well. And right now, with the reconnecting with what was lost, there still might be a lot of reconnecting with what was lost. There still might be a lot that you're needing to let go of to birth a new evolution of yourself. Like there might be pieces that you've still been holding on to. Like, what is it that you actually need to let go of, right? So every step counts. Yeah, every step counts. There is an advantage in taking things slowly. Breathe deeply and fully as you consider your options. So I want to say, but don't rush into the ideas. Let the ideas simmer, but don't like know when you're avoiding or know when you're like letting it simmer, right? Okay, let's have a look at third eye. Third eye. Past, children, can be inner child, serenity in the right now. And the top one, freedom, freedom. So the changing direction and birthing the new you is giving you a new perspective. Third eye is new perspective, seeing a new world, but also giving you the freedom that you've been chasing, it's giving you the freedom you've been desiring. It's giving you the freedom that you've been creating, right? As you're birthing through. So when we look at this chakra journey for June, it's taking things slow. And I feel that this is more about enjoying the moment. So remember, this crown chakra one was very much around like, take things slow. This is take things slow. Notice the small things and appreciate them. Like, come back to the now. And so in the third eye, with the freedom, the serenity, it's like the sense that I'm getting for June is there's no need to rush this. There's no need to rush this. And what's most important is that you allow this freedom. So what choices are going to bring you the most freedom? What is it that gives you the most freedom about what you're choosing to do on a day-to-day basis in June? Replacing what was lost. You're reconnecting to what was lost. Like, if you're birthing a new you want to take time to get to know you. If you've been feeling lost, as I always say, you're not lost, you're recalibrating. But as you're recalibrating and the cogs are birthing and turning into a new person and the snake skins are shedding, your skin is shedding, it takes time to get to know you. Like, be okay with taking time to get to know you, this new you. The children's card in the past for third eye is healing. I'm getting the message you've been healing a lot of inner child, like childhood woundings. You've been recalibrating, reconnecting to your truth, and the serenity that you're finding from that, the peace is animating. But there's still the recalibrating and rebirthing, which can feel like a complete mess, which can feel like a complete loss, which can feel like not much peace at all, right? In the hurricane that comes and blows everything away and flattens everything, it's a wild mess, and then it's all cleared. Well, there's a bit of debris to clear up, and that's the wounding that you've been clearing up, right? I feel like you've been doing a lot of soul searching, recalibrating. Something might have just dropped off the others and you're like, earth has disappeared from underneath your feet. And at the same time, you're feeling a lot of peace. There's a lot of trust, right? For the first time, you're seeing clearly the bigger picture, which is what third eye is, right? And there's a lot of freedom that's coming from it and with it. I hope I don't get pulled for nudity with that card, I just forgot. And then we've got third eye celebration. And this is, I feel, the new perspective. This is the new you. This is the new journey. This is the piece around you understanding the truth of who you are, but understanding, I want to say, where you are. Yeah, there's something coming through around needing to reconnect back to the trust of where you are right now, right? So you've been healing a lot of childhood wounds, the past third eye. There's a lot of peace that's emanating, even though you're lost in the chaos. At the same time, you know this is the spin-off of everything that's not aligned for your path, that is allowing you the freedom. And I want to say that's to be celebrated. It's almost like, can you find the joy amongst the chaos right now? Can you find the joy amongst everything that is dissipating? And there's a strong message here about June is a month for extreme manifesting. Now we have Master Manifestor commencing at the end of the month. So you won't want to miss that if you actually really want to step into manifesting your reality, facing your fears, working through your blocks, whether it's manifesting more money in your bank, the relationship of your life, your dream career, a new home, whatever it is that you're manifesting, Master Manifestor is definitely for you. And it's interesting that I'm holding it in this month, because I feel that this recalibration and this flick off of everything that's not aligned is clearing the space, and that's where you're feeling this undertone of peace, because you do know that it's all meant to be, even though it's just falling apart in absolute chaos, because June is a month of complete manifestations coming to pass. So for the ear chakras, we have healing heart in the past, we have positive energy, and this is where it's calling you to step into a greater level. Like, this is where I was saying, like, even though it's all chaos, can you please find the joy in it? Can you please reconnect to the joy? Like, stay focused on the joy. That's where I started talking about the manifestation, because this is a huge month of manifesting. So don't focus on what's leaving, focus on where you're going, focus on what's grounding in, because there's a lot of magic around. So the back of this deck is the Divine Magic card, and that's jumping out at me, even though it's positive energy. So do what you can to keep and increase your positive energy and your positive vibes. This isn't about slapping positivity over the negativity. If you know me, I'm all about like being real with your emotions 100%, but undertone, there's a peace, and you're seeing that. And at the ear chakras, where the divine balance is, where we're shifting into a new frequency in reality, there's the positive energy. And it's like, this is what I was saying, amongst the chaos, amongst the change, amongst the rebirthing, can you please focus your time, attention, and energy on fulfilling and filling your cup with positive energy, whatever that is for you, right? Everyone feels nourished in their soul by different activities, and it's really important to find what that is for you. So the positive energy is allowing that rebirth. So at the ear chakras is when we step into a whole new frequency of living. It's a new reality that births, right? One that you've not lived before. The ears are deeply connected to the heart and the base chakra. So ears, heart, and base are deeply connected. And so when we're stepping into that divine balance, right, it's a beautiful pink, magenta pink color. Your ear chakras, you hear the lyrics in the songs, you can hear words really clearly, you pick up what people are not saying, like what's behind the energy. And so at this, the future position of the ear chakras is self-forgiveness. Now, I just came out of filming module 4 for Trust Your Intuition, and, well, part of it, and we're up to module 4 and divine step number 4. So there's 12 divine steps to awakening your life purpose, and you can find them in the life purpose activation kit as well, the mini course. And the 12 divine steps, number 4 is forgiveness. So I've just been in forgiveness mode before coming on here and filming. And forgiveness is not about, okay, if you know me, I always say fuck forgiveness. I'm like, not focusing on forgiveness, like fuck forgiveness. What we are focusing on is, number 1, feeling the pain and the hurt and the trauma and healing that before you even think about forgiving. Because forgiveness from a spiritual and religious dogmatic point of view is actually spiritual bypassing, okay? Like, I'm like, fuck forgiveness because we need to actually heal the shit that happened, right? So fuck forgiveness. But the first person you want to forgive is yourself. In this self-forgiveness, it's like coming into forgiving yourself for what you think you did or didn't do, for the mistakes that you look back that are technically a regret. I always say live with no regrets. It always feels right at the time, but then we sort of look back in hindsight, right? So forgive yourself for what you think you did or did not do. As soon as you start bringing the focus back in on yourself, you start to drop into your heart. And you start, as we really drop into that self-forgiveness space, it really allows you to open your heart again. Yes, there's probably a well of grief in there if you haven't dealt with the pain and trauma from your past, 150 million %. But at the same time, it's like, can you forgive yourself for what you think you did or didn't do? Can you forgive yourself for all the times where you should have done whatever? Or like, can you forgive yourself for all the stuff you should be forgiving yourself in the past? Should, operative word. And as you do this, you come back to an open heart. You come back to a place in yourself where you actually step into the deepest self-love that you've ever experienced before. And what you realize is it's forgiveness for not having your heart open and experiencing your own love in your own big, wide open heart. And you were trying to give it to other people instead of giving it to yourself first. And now you're reconnecting back to your heart by forgiving yourself and dropping back down into that feeling. Inside of your heart is a big well of love. And when we are looking outside or giving it to other people, we miss that feeling for ourselves. And so then we're looking to other people to give us the love back. But because we're missing our own love first and feeling it for ourselves first, what happens is that we then attract people who also don't know that feeling of love. We attract unhealthy, unstable relationships, or relationships that suddenly end and you're like, what just happened? Because when you drop into self-forgiveness, you will feel a deep love that you've never felt before. And there's your open heart. And when you start to drop into this space, you start to feel a love you've never felt before. And this is the epitome of self-love. Boundaries become easy in this place of self-love. Values and what's important to you becomes easy to hold standards for when you're in this place of self-love. And because you're in this new vibrational state at the ear chakra consciousness, you're shifting frequency to a whole new world. You're birthing a whole new world of divine, intricate, intimate balance and harmony. And the bottom card for the ear chakras is stay optimistic, don't quit. Your dreams are coming true, don't quit right before the miracle occurs. I almost said at the start of the ear chakras is that, like with the positive energy, the reason you're needing to stay in that vibration as much as you can, yes, drop into the grief, but stay in doing the things you love most of the time, because your dreams are so close. Like, this is the month for manifesting. This is the month where everything is about to, it's not time to give up. It's not the time to give up right now. So let's drop into the throat, into the space of the light, dark, deepest integration of shadow. Yes, of course, speaking a truth, but if you're not speaking a truth, you're living in a shadow version of your truth. Therefore, you're also not living it. So the throat is about speaking a truth, but it's living it too. Yeah. So we have telepathy for the throat. In the past is telepathy, and I'm like, this is so important. Like, you've been receiving a lot of intuition, a lot of intuitive messages, and I feel like you haven't recognized the depth of your gift. In the right now card for the throat is the motherhood, protection, inner child, nurture. And this is, so it's interesting, the child cards come out twice, in the third eye and at the throat. So you're seeing, so you're integrating your childhood woundings, which is allowing you to not recreate subconsciously your childhood upbringing, but you're integrating such a deep level of generational karmic childhood imprinting and what's about to birth. And this is why June is so important for you to stay in a really positive vibration. And as I said, you can be wailing in grief, but still be doing things you love to negate that level of grief if you may. And it's really important that you do, because you're integrating in June, you're integrating some of the biggest childhood woundings that you've ever experienced. Like, it's like the final sealing of the healing, right? Like, this is the final bubble sealing of the healing. I don't know how to describe it any other way than that. And look at that beautiful image. I love this image so much. She's holding this beautiful newborn mermaid. And again, it's representing the new skin, the new reality that's truly birthing through. and it's not a carbon copy. It's not a representative of your childhood's upbringing. It's literally like a brand new skin. It's a brand new you. And this is where I was like at the start with the crown, I'm like, you're integrating a level of wholeness that you've never done before. Like you're integrating a whole new world of wholeness that you've not, like, I don't know how to describe it any other way than that. Like this is a brand new you. This isn't a healed you from whatever. This isn't like remembering who you were before the trauma happened. This is a whole new integration level of you. This is a you that the world's never seen before. And so this change in direction at the crown chakra is really like you're the one who's standing out in the middle now. Do you know what I mean? Like you're not a school of fish. You're not the herd. You're the leader, but you're a leader that the world's never seen before. And then so that the throat with the deepest integration, and it's the subconscious and it's space to integrate, is in the future is the burden lifts off. So is it water flight? Yeah. Water flight, heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away. So the whales on this card are really jumping out at me. You might be whale watching soon or with them already. The listening to whale song is also going to be really healing and to help that vibrational shift as well. So heaviness lift, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. And this is where it's like, yeah, like you're not carrying the karmic generational stuff anymore. Like if June had a word or a theme, it's like childhood woundings are healed is the word, right? So the final or the overlying card for the throat chakra for June is healing the masculine. Maybe you need to heal the masculine, honor the masculine. Maybe there's still some forgiveness around the masculine. So once we've dropped into a deeper level of self-forgiveness and we're back in our heart, forgiveness of what happened is a byproduct of the healing. So I always say, fuck forgiveness, focus on your healing. Once you get through the healing, you don't have the same reaction to the event anymore. That's when you know you've healed, right? You don't want to like, you're not repelled from it and you're not like in it still, right? And when you're in that space, that's when you know you've really healed, right? And so I feel like you're at that point, but there might be, just with this masculine card coming up, there might be some like actual, like, as I said, we're not forgiving the person or the behavior or anything like that. But once we've healed, like fully healed, usually we do have forgiveness. But is it forgiveness or is it just not a reaction to the thing and you're just past it now? What is forgiveness really? That's not the spiritual or religious dogmatic, view about it. Yeah. Okay, so honor the masculine, respecting men, embracing the masculine divine. This is also the new structures that birth. Yeah, this is the new structures that birth into a whole new way of being. This is the new structures that birth into a point. So the new structures that birth into your reality, into like when you've become, and something about your bones too, like you're healing at the core of your bones. Like, there's a rewrite happening at the deepest cellular restructure, like DNA shifts are happening. And that's causing the whole frequency to shift in your entire reality. Like these are big structural changes that are happening in your entire reality. Yeah? Okay, so let's have a look at the heart. So order oracle for the heart. So heart chakra for June in relation to the entire place. Okay, sanctuary. There's a lot of letting go and surrender in June. So at the crown, we had adrift in shallow water. And here we have, at the heart, we have sanctuary, a call to embrace inner spiritual serenity and release human conflicts. I want to say protect your energy. Yeah, protect your energy. I wonder if that'll show the mermaid in the water. Protect your energy. Protect your energy. Like, what's the word? Like rejuvenate your energy. Like floating in salt water. So whether you're having a bath, whether you're in the ocean, whether you're in a sensory deprivation tank, is going to be extremely healing for you to help let go and let God. Letting go and letting God, and the healing of childhood woundings and the recalibration of the rebirth is the theme for June. So a call to embrace inner spiritual serenity and release human conflicts. Lots of, like, you know, even, I don't know if you can even see it on there, but she's like floating in the water, but there's sort of like all these little lines across the card representing the water, I guess. But it is, what I can see is your aura, and your aura needs tending to. Floating in salt water, being in nature, sunlight, maybe reconnecting back to the circadian rhythms, to the natural ebbs and flow of life, of the natural rhythms of the earth. So going to bed, you know, and rising on sunset and dawn as a season shift, meld and change, like following that really helps to reset the circadian rhythm. You might think, I can't go to bed at 5 p.m. And I'm like, why not? Right? Well, if you've got family and stuff, it's like, well, how quickly can you get to bed after sunset, right? And then it's, you know, also what are you doing before bed sort of thing. Like, so really resetting the circadian rhythm is really important through June to help that healing and rebirthing process. So reincarnation, you are here to fulfill a purpose and a lesson. What is Spirit calling you to do? Because you've healed this massive childhood wounding, because you're birthing who you are and not a carbon copy, and not a recreation of a subconscious upbringing, like a subconscious creation of your upbringing. This is what you're birthing, this reincarnation. Look, is it recalibrating? You're not lost, you're recalibrating. Or is it reincarnating? Ooh, I like that one. I haven't had that one come through before. Reincarnation. You are here to fulfill an important mission. You are here to fulfill a purpose and a lesson. What is Spirit calling you to do? And I'm like, this is the purpose of why you've rebirthed. Because you have asked to align with your full, unique, true purpose, and you wouldn't be watching this if this wasn't happening to you. So this is what's happening to you. And I want to say, remember you asked for this. Remember you asked to know what your purpose is, and to do that. So interesting, like we've come down and we're at the heart as it's recalibrating, and then we're like birthing down, right? So I always work with the chakras coming down. So everything is spiraling and flicking off and shifting and suddenly dropping out of your field. Why? Because you are here to fulfill a purpose, and that is like, that's what's happening. I'm like, everything is shedding that was not in alignment with who you are meant to be, and the leader you're meant to be, and the purpose that you have uniquely in your life. That's why everything's just fallen away and everything's happening like that. Right now is in the future of the heart is a ceremonial cup. And so this is really a time for honoring this sacred passageway that you're going through, and the shedding of who you are no longer anymore and who you are now stepping into. So working with whichever ceremony, we have our full moon ceremony coming up. Master Manifestor starts at the end of the month, so we can really just notice there's a rainbow. Cards are so faint, but at the top there is a rainbow like coming into the cup. That is the alchemic transformation and manifestation of like what's at the end of a rainbow, right? Like, what are your dreams? What is it that you're aligning with? What is your purpose calling you to, let alone what is your dreams aligning you with? What is that call, right? So that's in the future of the heart. And then there's a waterfall. A new path is being forged for you. Will you follow it? For real. Like, if there's any more confirmation of what we just said. Oh my goodness me. Of course. Okay, so let's move into the solar plexus. Okay, we have in the past is connect with nature. So it's solar plexus. It's so interesting. You've been receiving, so at the ear chakras, you've been receiving the telepathy card, a lot more intuition and guidance about your gifts than you realize. At the ear, that was at the throat. At the ear chakras is the healing heart. You are a healer. I don't think I even said that because we jumped into the powerful positive energy and like keeping your vibe high over June. I want to say with the energies going on for June, it's very easy to get spiraled down. You don't even need a trigger to get spiraled down over June. And that is why it is like extra important to keep your positive energy as positive. Like, and when I say as positive possible, what I mean by that is doing the things that you know is going to keep your energy positive. Like, it's imperative, because otherwise you're just going to flick to the end of the scale. So telepathy that's in the throat, the healing heart. So you are a healer at the ear chakras. And then we have connect with nature, as I said, at the solar plexus. But it's interesting because it's sanctuary so these are all the past cards. So connected with nature, solar plexus, heart is the sanctuary, telepathy, you're receiving so much intuition, the heart, healing heart, you are a healer, your inner child sanctuary, so to speak. And then at the crowd is adrift in shallow water. There is a lot of let go, trust God, let go, fill your heart up. You're receiving a lot of information. There's a lot of information around, and just like connect with nature. Like, this is the return to your true nature. This is the snake shedding the skin. This is the old consciousness dissipating. So the wolf is very connected to shedding of old consciousness as well. So if you've been seeing the moon, like full moons, or the moon, new moon, like moon cycles, if they've been really present with you, or wolves, and seeing pictures of wolves or videos of wolves or anything like that, that is like you're really shedding old layers of consciousness. And if a wolf is a totem for you, you help people do that. You help people grow and shed old, outworn layers of consciousness that are not serving them anymore. This here in the solar plexus right now is two stuck together. Look, you've got the power. She's even tightrope walking on a spider web because she's a fairy. And it's kind of like your wish is granted. Oh, it's not there. I want to say your wish is granted. That isn't what it said, but that's what I read. You've got the power. As you take your power back, this is the solar plexus in the right now, as you take your power back and express who you really are, which is the epitome of your solar plexus, being your true self, speaking your true self, shining your light on the world. Solar plexus is yellow, it's the sun, right? Taking back your power. And the perfect timing is the bottom card right now. But as I shuffle to get our future card for the solar plexus, I want to say your wish is granted by you taking your power back and stepping into the individuality of who you are. This one here, goodbye to the old, hello to the new. That's the self-forgiveness. That's the water flight, the heaviness and burdens are lifted. So this is for June, right? And that was at the throat, heart. This is solar plexus. Goodbye to the old layers are shedding, your old self is shedding. So you might find in June, there's a lot of recuperation going on with your energy field. That's the mermaid in the water. I know these cards are probably not the best to have for the reading, but I love them. They're very light. Anyway, so like you might find during June, even though it's summer for some of you on the northern hemisphere, you might still want to, I don't want to say hibernate, you'll be out, but there'll be a lot of like resting and recuperating, right? There's a lot of cocooning of your energy going on. There's a lot of, like that's really important with your aura. So salt water, sleep, connecting back to the circadian rhythms, and covered in goosebumps. So I just got the message that covered in goosebumps. The reason it's so important that's a really strong message for June. I'm getting waves of goosebumps right now, truth bumps. The reason it's so important to reconnect back to the circadian rhythm right now for June, and so circadian rhythm, so connecting back to nature, yeah. So the natural sunrise and sunset times, your sleeping rhythm, moon cycles, being in nature. Like, it takes 2 hours for your energy to reset in nature. 2 hours, so minimum 2 hours for your energy to be back to the mother nature frequency, right? 2 hours minimum. And so it's why it's so important to reconnect with nature, and obviously your true self, but reconnect back to nature and connecting with, like, using the circadian rhythm, really resetting that at this time, is because a lot of you know and seeing there's so many not just solar flares, like, well, there is solar flares and the magnetic sphere on our earth is non-existent anymore, and we're copying the radiation, we're copying all this stuff. There's so much like stuff going on cosmically and on our earth right now. Everyone's like, when's the poles flipping, right? Like all of that stuff. That's why it's like extra important to reconnect and reestablish your circadian rhythm and it's a re-plug in. It's not just a plug, like a re-plug into nature. Like nature's shifted and changed. Our earth has changed. Our atmosphere has changed. The radiation coming in has changed, etc., etc. Because of that change, you're being asked to reconnect to nature, to the new frequency that is here, right? Because as whatever's happening, pole shift or whatever's going on, if we're like, for example, I don't know how to describe it. So say before all the massive solar flares and everything's been amping up, right? So say we're here, we just naturally connect to Earth because we have for all our life and all these years. As the poles are shifting or whatever's going on and all the cosmic stuff, let's say Earth's frequency has come up here. And if we haven't, like, I want to say connected or reconnected or being conscious that she's shifted in whichever way, we'll still be down here. And that's why we're so convoluted and disconnected. So we need to be like plugging in up here. So the circadian rhythm is like the most powerful thing. A lot of people have felt that time is different, right? Time is different. So through June, it's really important to reconnect. Does that make sense? To reconnect to Earth, to the circadian rhythms, and reset your frequency to that of nature. Now, so this is taking your power back. This is in the solar plexus. This is how we take our power back to not get wiped by the radiation and all the other stuff coming in from the cosmic skies that, I don't know, they're making us sick, whatever. Is by us reconnecting to that. And it's interesting because this is us taking our power back. So interesting, plugging in power. Rather than being disconnected and running on empty or whatever. Oh my goodness, that's so huge. That is like the biggest revelation ever. Dietary change is the overlying card for the solar plexus. What are you plugging into? What are you feeding yourself? You might have gone off your food. You might have gone off your food or even got sick and you don't ever get sick. Or what's the other thing about the dietary change plugging in? So like eating foods that you usually eat they actually make you feel sick, or that you don't want them anymore. You just don't vibe with them anymore. Like something like that, right? And then there's also the like stopping eating meat or dairy, or like you just don't feel like heavy foods. Like it just doesn't, and even if you do eat them, you're like, I just feel sick, or it just doesn't resonate with me anymore. And why didn't I listen? Right? There's a lot of that going on. Okay, so let's look at sacral. That is so huge. That is like probably the biggest message for June. And that's how we take our power back. That's how we shift with it rather than being floored by it. That is next level. So what are you going to do over June to recoup your energy and reset and recalibrate with nature? Tell me in the comments. I want to know. And if you're wanting to work with this, so in Master Manifestor, we're really working with the energies to amplify and shift this. Yeah, to like move with this. That's what Master Manifestor is. It's resetting of the energy. If you see the branding for it, it's a private jet, right? It's a jet. And what do planes need to do? They need to, I don't know, whatever their controls are. Especially nowadays, it's not like set and it's all good. It's kind of like they're constantly adjusting to make sure they're on the right, I don't know, horizontal path or whatever they're flying in the ethers, right? Like it's a big part of it. So we have forge, don't follow. Pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. Like, can this get any more on point for June? This is the sacral chakra. This is the past. This is the whole recalibrate. This is like everything is stripped away and you're like this newborn baby, like in the throat chakra. This newborn baby that is not taking the family karmic generational imprinting anymore with them into the heart as they birth their purpose. Forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. That is like so awesome confirmation for the sacral chakra. For like at the sacral chakra, we're literally birthing a baby. Like even if you're a man, your sacral chakra is where we gestate our projects, our purpose, because then we come down and we birth it through our base chakra. comes as an idea, and then we do all the actions to make that happen in physical reality, right? So forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. And so here we have Star Brothers. So in the right now, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. And this comes back to the honor the masculine. So honor the masculine is the overlying card of the throat. So lots of throat stuff. So honor the masculine is the overlying card for throat. The masculine is in the right now for the sacral, which is the whole structure of birthing. Like, as I said, the masculine is the structure of your reality changing. So if things have flipped away, dropped away, rugs being pulled out from underneath your feet, so to speak, houses collapse, whatever, it's like everything's collapsing and being stripped away because that structure doesn't fit the new paradigm of your new reality of who you are. Like, it just doesn't, right? And if we look at shifting dimensions, that stuff's going to happen. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. This is really huge in coming into the right now. Star Brothers, Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. Like, this is at the sacral, as I said, we're birthing our project and taking it from idea form into birth form, into reality form, requires a structure. And this has been recalibrated through, covered in goosebumps, the entire process. So end of June-ish is really huge and important. Just intuitively, it's the 24th, 25th. I think we actually start Master Manifestor on the 24th, actually. So that's interesting, because intuitively I just got the new structural birth around then. Empathetic starseed, empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. Again, this is like burdens lifted. So this is the future of the sacral. So absorbing what's not yours. And in the throat was the burdens are lifted, the heavy weight, like, is lifted. There's a self-forgiveness. So it's like releasing all of that, which, you don't need to carry it around anymore. The burden has been lifted, the alchemic transformation at the heart chakra with the rainbow and the ceremonial cup, goodbye to the old, hello to the new, absorbing what's not yours. And so this is where I said over June is so important for you to plug in to the frequency of the earth as she's shifting. If you don't, you're going to absorb everyone else's shit more easily. So it's like your priority every day to spend 2 hours outside every day. Imagine doing that for the entirety of June, how different you would feel at the end of June. Is that your goal? Is that not just the goal? What is it? That's the plan. That's the plan, Stan. So deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. That's the overlying card for sacral. Talk about birthing a new reality. Deep physical and emotional healing. Yep. Arcturus energy. It's like a whole recalibration at DNA cell level, as well as getting before is like bone deep. Was that at the masculine? Honor the masculine? Is that what I said? Like bone deep structural change. Okay, let's see now what we're birthing at the base. Getting all these words mixed up today. It's like the message is coming through, but it's like different to the words. This is the Beyond Lemuria deck. Beyond Lemuria deck. I almost said ancient Lemuria. This is Beyond Lemuria deck, but I said ancient. I wanted to say ancient Lemuria. So perhaps there is gifts, timelines being reactivated from there for you. Ancient memories coming back. So there's telepathy, and I was getting the message for you. So this is at the throat chakra and the telepathy card. And this telepathy, and I said that you're receiving a lot of gifts. You are strongly gifted. You're the healer. You're a powerful healer. Keep up the strong work, the great work. At the ear chakras. At the throat, the telepathy. You are receiving ancient gifts. Is that what that is? Oh, our ancient future. You're receiving a lot of ancient gifts that are coming back online, and at the throat, as the burdens of the past are lifted and you're leaving the childhood karmic imprinting behind and birthing a new physical reality, you're receiving your gifts telepathically from ancient Lemuria specifically. Covered in goosebumps. So you might be feeling a call to the water, or just a lot of memories. Like I'm seeing a lot of DNA coding coming through the lights, right? Like you've been receiving upgrades while you sleep, so you might have had trouble sleeping or even going to sleep. You've been receiving a lot of upgrades, and that's why it feels like your system is flawed, or you're just like not, I don't want to say not coping, but it's more like this, just like the energy's just like coming in really strongly. So I just shuffled again, and our ancient future came out. So that's a really important message, because I reshuffled because I just ripped it out and then I reshuffled and it came out. So our ancient future is in the past card, and this is where you're remembering from, our ancient future. And this is where I said the timeline of Lemuria. Is it really that it's gone, or is it just in a different realm? I always believe we're just in different realms, right? And that's why they say we live multiple timelines at once, and we can pull from any timeline. So wisdom from indigenous peoples, ancestors holding the keys for the future, ancient remembering, bloodlines, ancient blooded healer, you're one of a kind. I speak about bloodlines in my book, and you can find it on Amazon. How the past affects the future. Which timeline's the first? Or they're all playing out at once, right? And that's why working with my past life meditation, you can find that linked below, or on my website, in my highlights, on my bio, whatever. Link in my bio, all the places. Working with my past life meditation can help you like rewrite contracts that are holding you back in this lifetime. Yeah. Like they're still affecting now. So working with my past life, doesn't matter which life it is or which timeline, it's a process. It's about 20 minutes long, and it'll help you go through and rewrite those contracts and vows that are affecting now. Okay, so if that's resonating with you, that's important to do at this time. And as we're recalibrating your whole energy, and it's interesting too, because when we work with childhood wounding, when I work with clients and in Trust Intuition, I teach like my practitioners to, like when we're doing childhood wounding clearing, we check past life. We're like, where did this originate from? Like before this lifetime, right? So clearing that out. A time to step up. Timeless power symbols, activations for powerful shifts. So I just got the message too, as I said, like with all of these codings coming in, and it's so interesting because this is actually what I just saw when I closed my eyes then. So you see all that coding up the top there, yeah? So that's what's like really coming through, and it's so interesting. It's coming in through her crown. So when they're like, oh, thing. So the next one in the base chakra, oh, this is the base. How interesting. We're stepping through the portal, stepping through to another world, stepping through. 47. Follow your heart, dream big, stepping through something that has been holding you back. Pretty sure that's everything we've been talking about. The threshold. Starting new projects, birthing your, like from the sacral chakra, being birthing, like, you know, the new structure. Forge, don't follow, pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had, deep cellular healing. Oh my God. And then at the base, starting new projects, self-belief. It is all possible. The roads left traveled, and trust. And so I just got the message before. I don't think I actually said it. Like, you know how I said through June, it's so important in the nature, connect with nature, plugging back into nature. Plugging back into nature will help you stay with nature as she shifts into the new, I want to say radiation levels, because that sort of covers it. Like there's so much cosmic stuff coming in, right? But you get what I'm saying with that. So plugging into Mother Nature will help you shift in the vibrational scale and not take on other people's stuff, but you're able to shift with the frequencies that are actually our true nature. Stepping through and focusing on your projects and not letting the negativity spiral you down. So staying in the positive vibe is going to, and focusing on your projects that you're birthing is what's going to help you stabilize that new frequency as well, which I know makes like sense really when you think about it, but at the base, that's really important. Like that's going to help you through June. Okay, so this one's jumping out. And then, of course, for the base chakra, for the future, after all the recalibrating, after all the releasing the childhood imprinting, after releasing all of the things, the forgiveness, the heavy burdens lift, the, you know, releasing what's not yours, absorbing what's not yours, releasing it, goodbye to the old, hello to the new, standing out, self-forgiveness, freedom. At the base chakra, look what we have. Radical expansion. Like, come on. For real. How amazing. Of course. That's pretty special. Radical expansion. Kind of says it all. What's the bottom card for the base? The violet flame, which is the purification of everything that is no longer serving you. Oh my goodness me. Okay. So let's move into the integration. So for integration, we're going to pull a card for each chakra. And I'm using the archangels for this one. So I've got some pretty special archangel stuff coming up this month. So keep an eye out for that. I'm really excited about it. The archangels have been calling so much. I have been refilming them through Trust Intuition, and I just finished them. So traveling all 16 archangels, I literally had to take a break. The frequency was insane. So keep an eye out because there's something coming really special with the archangels this month. Okay, so we're going to start at the top, at the chakras, at the crown, and look what it is. It's purple, and it's Archangel Jeremiel, and it's the wheel. New beginnings, end of delays, a change in direction that offers happiness. That is the integration of adrift in shallow water, replacing what was lost, reconnecting to what was lost. So interesting that reconnecting to what was lost, replacing what was lost, reconnecting to what was lost. Remember, at the crown is the what was it? I always said the butterfly, the starfish coming out of the cocoon. Rejuvenating the arms, change in direction with ease, new beginnings, end of delays. This is the integration of the crown. Thank you, Jeremiel. And change in direction that offers happiness. That's 2 change in direction cards for the crown. So if something has changed or shifted in your life and you're not feeling the joy yet, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming. So that's the integration. And look at the third eye. It's Archangel Michael. A situation has ended, and you are finally free. At the third eye, oh my God, I'm covered in goosebumps. Oh my God, it's going to make me cry. At the third eye is also the freedom card. And then Archangel Michael's come up as an integration for the third eye. You are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. Oh my God, I'm crying. That is the most powerful integration for those two. That is like, to have the cards come up with the same message, that blows my mind. Okay, this one. For the ear chakras, we have the healing heart. Oh, sorry. Yep, that's right. The healing heart. It's a mess of cards on my desk. The healing heart. Positive energy. So at the ears, we were keeping our positive vibration and doing things we love, even if we're in grief, doing the things we love to keep our energy strong. And then the self-forgiveness and the stay optimistic, your dreams are coming true, don't quit right before the miracle occurs. And to confirm and integrate all of that is Archangel Ariel, which is the Archangel of Abundance. I want to say your dreams are coming true. Well, that's what this overlying card is. And underneath that, I just pulled that up, is the Alchemy card. Queen of Ariel, nurture yourself and those you love, the ability to make anything more beautiful, practical and wise advice. So I want to say, like, take note of what fills your heart over June. Yeah, it might be different to what it always used to be, but something new is coming in. The ability to make anything more beautiful, practical and wise advice. And it's like pay attention to your heart of what's calling you and what makes it more beautiful, right? What brings beauty to your life. I was actually doing Archangel Jophiel, and she's the one that makes things beautiful, right? And when I was tapping into Archangel Jophiel's energy and sharing the messages coming through for Trust Intuition, for the Archangel frequency, the 21 days activating your Archangel frequency, keep an eye out for it. Jophiel's frequency is that to make things beautiful. And when I was really channeling her, I was just like, it's actually love. And she showed me that beautiful and love is actually really close frequencies together, because when we're admiring something beautiful, we're like, oh my God, it's beautiful. What do we feel? We actually feel love. So it was really special, right? So lots of love, lots of new opportunities coming in at the ears over June. Make sure you're listening to where you're being guided to be, go, do, have, whatever. In the heart chakra, we have the telepathy. Remember, you're receiving all your ancient wisdom. There's the protection, the inner child releasing of all of the old stuff. The burdens are lifted. You're no longer carrying the pain of your past. You're not taking it with you anymore. And then so at the heart chakra is insights that come from quiet meditation, the need for more sleep or time off, seek relief from stress. So what did I say about, it was like that sort of overlying message for June was making sure you're reconnecting to nature as she's growing and as the frequency of Earth is shifting now, right? So the need for more sleep or time off. So allowing yourself to really follow your heart, whether you're out and about in the sun or that, I don't know which card it was, but it was which chakra was around, like spending 2 hours a day, like make it your things, 2 hours a day in nature for June and see how different you feel. So that's 4 of Michael at the throat, at the heart. And then as we move into the solar plexus, oh, sorry, I've missed one. Crown, third eye, ears, throat. Sorry, that was the throat. That was the throat, the unburdening. Yeah, the unburdening, the reconnecting. So it was throat. So I sort of skipped the throat. So I'm like, okay, where's your truth? Where's your truth around that? So at the heart, because at the heart was like the reincarnation, like what do we say? I always say you're not lost, you're recalibrating, but you're also reincarnating. You're here to fulfill a purpose and a lesson. What is spirit calling you to do? That's so like, I just love it so much. Like that is like the best thing ever. I think I'm going to create a little short about that. It's so important. An exciting new talent. So at the heart chakra, rejuvenating your energy, reincarnation. What is your soul calling you to do? You're here for a purpose. Ceremonial cup, rite of passage. You've crossed the finish line. And an exciting new challenge is the integration. An exciting new challenge. You have what it takes to succeed. Review contracts or documents very thoroughly on like there's new opportunities coming in. There's a new you birthing. And review contracts. So remember before I said around the past life meditation helps us to rewrite the contracts. Well, we get to rewrite the contracts in how do you want to be now? In the life you want to live now. So what is that for you? What is the contract that you're rewriting? What is the story that you're telling yourself? Can you rewrite your own story? Because that's how you shift and change and grow. So at the sacral chakra, solar plexus was you've got the power. Remember, coming into your power, your authentic self and your individuality and expressing the truth of who you are. Allow your true self to shine because you're awesome. That is granting you your wish. By you being yourself, it grants you your wish and your true desires. And Archangel Metatron is giving you the faith and the courage to do that because that's the integration for you've got the power for your solar plexus. Goodbye to the old, hello to the new. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. Pretty sure I said that was the main message for June. Leap of faith. It's kind of like, yeah, you can trust yourself on this. Believe in yourself. When you believe in yourself and you've got the power and you take your power back and you express your individuality, your wish is granted. Listen to your heart. Do what gives you joy. Like this, like such a big piece. This for June is this huge recalibration into only following your heart, into only doing what brings you joy. Like it's really, really important. Okay. So do what you love. So this is moving into the sacral chakra, which is the new structure with the Horus energy and the new structure of the masculine. Be the leader. So weeding out who's not in alignment as you become the leader you wish you had. Forge, don't follow. Pave a new path. And energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. So this is the overlying card for the integration. For the sacral is do what you love. Again, it's do what you love. Archangel Metatron's like, do what you love. Believe in yourself. I'm like, any more? A time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors. And this is sacral. So this is birthing your unique purpose. This is gestating your unique purpose. A great time of great personal growth in your career or artistic endeavors. This is the gestating of your purpose. This is sacral chakra integration, working with others in a cooperative manner. So I feel like it's finding new systems and structures because that's the new structure birthing with the sacral. So we have the stepping through our ancient future at the base and the radical expansion. So this is really integrating all of the energies and following your heart. Even like with the radical expansion, if you see down in the corner, the big dragon is coming out of her heart. I don't know if you can see that. It's literally coming out of her heart. Follow your heart. Do what you love. Like, do we need any more confirmation? I don't know. Let's see what this integration card is going to be for the base. Yes, it's safe to trust. Base chakra is all about trust. If you're not in trust, you're in fear. So let's lean back into trust. Let's surrender into trust. Let's heal the heart. It's safe for you to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. What did I say was really important for June? Focus on your priorities, focus on your passions, focus on the structures and the stability that you're creating in your life. That's going to allow you to not fall into the spiral down. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Like you've got, like it's like when you, I want to say, ground down lots of things at once. So you might be getting a lot of ideas over June as well. And this is allowing them all to flood in and to birth down and to birth, to trust them, because it's creating a new foundation in the new life that you've been creating. This is what that's about. Follow your creative passions. Yeah. All right. What's the integration card for the integration? Is love and blessings fill your life. Is that follow your heart? It is a green one. And look, there's a big, beautiful rainbow over that. Harmonious relationships with family members, because you're not carrying the burden of all the stuff anymore. Happily ever after. So a beautiful integration to the integration, because without all the triggers, without, it's like that self-forgiveness and the healing, you're not carrying all the shit anymore. And so you're not going to react like you used to anymore. So the overlying card is release the past. Yeah. For the integration, it's you will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. I do not agree that time heals all wounds. You need to heal the wounds. Time is irrelevant. You need to heal the wounds. We get stuck in time with the wounds. So you need to heal them to release yourself from time to become into the now, to be able to love and blessings fill your life. Like we have to clear out the old to be able to have the space to allow the love back in, to the open heart, which comes from the forgiveness of yourself, of all the times you went back, of all the stuff you've been carrying, of all the times you thought, no more past, no more past. Rewrite into the future with the new structures. Stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs. So if you want to join us for Master Manifester, I'll link that up below. We're starting at the end of the month. Early bird is open now, depending on when you're watching this. Is at the start of the month is the early bird. And this is a time to really fulfill your desires, your dreams. If you've been seeing rainbows around as well, that's your sign too. So you can check out Master Manifester below. And if you haven't got your chakra activations, remember that I will release now. So depending on when you're watching this video, the individual chakras will be uploaded as well. Either, if again, depending on when you're watching this video, it'll be right now. They'll be available, or they'll be in process of being uploaded. So yeah, you'll find the link to the playlist below, which is where all the individual chakras are there. So with the individual chakra readings for June, you can intuitively just, ask your chakras, which one do I need to watch? Which one is the main message for me? You might feel like warmth, or you might just know that it's third eye that you need to watch, or crown. And so you can go and watch the individual chakra reading now for June as well, to give you a bit more insight. That chakra might be needing a bit more support over this month now, so you can watch that. And then the crystalline chakra activations is my 9 chakra meditation pack. So there's 9 of them in the pack. It's $49, and then you get lifetime access to that, of course. And so each month you can work with, say, the throat chakra crystalline activation, can work with the integration of all of them, which is from this video, of course, the integration of all the chakras. It's quite a big, in-depth meditation, and going through and using those crystalline activations to support. So when we're working with the crystalline frequency upgrades and integration of our body, this is so that with the new light and frequency that's coming in that we've been talking about plugging into, activating the crystalline chakras. So there's 9 of them. So there's 8 plus the integration is activating the crystalline body. And so it's literally able to hold more light. It enables you to rise in the frequency, because we're transforming out of the 3D reality into the crystalline coding that allows us, like the Lemuria returns. The ancient Lemuria. What it is. You can find that link below, and I shall see you in the individual chakras, or I'll see you next month.